So I got 4 torsos and 24 arms. What am I going to do with all these arms? So I really like the game Sludge, and not just because it's a kit bash as a wet dream, and an excuse to buy a bunch of minis that I couldn't justify buying before, but I also like the Gore mechanic. Gore is a kind of way of representing like battlefield chaos in this game. You place Gore tokens on the table mainly when your units take damage, but there's some other effects as well. And these aren't like wound counters. Like the Gore tokens stay in a specific location, and even if your unit is wiped out or moves away, and this can lead to some interesting tactical situations. But like as you can see in the pictures here, my Gore tokens are kind of ugly, so I need to do something about that. While making my first few batches, I was kind of experimenting a bit with either putting like PVA glue in my standard tea leaf flock down with the limbs first, and then putting some Gore on top of them later, or putting down Superglue and PVA to make some Gore around the severed limbs, and then putting my flock around that. I was hoping like mixing PVA and Superglue would have a nice kind of blood and guts gory kind of effect. If you do try this at home, remember to use that brush that you really hate. Once all the glue was dry, I then primed them with a Vallejo German Grey. Gore tokens come in 3 types, representing 1 Gore, 4 Gore, and 8 Gore respectively. And rather than write the actual numbers on my Gore tokens, I thought I'd use the number of limbs to represent the different types. So 1 arm means 1 Gore, 2 arms means 4 Gore, and if you see a head, that means 8 Gore. I used Citadel's Death Guard Green to paint any of the exposed flesh on the arms and the heads. So I used a number of colors on the clothing on the arms. Try to stick to bright colors because I want these to stand out on the battlefield, and I want it to be easy to see, oh, this token is 1 Gore, that token is 4 Gore. I tried a few things with the Gore itself. In terms of color, I mixed Evil Sun Scarlet and a couple of different browns. I either tried to mix in UHU Glue or some PVA and torn up tissue paper. Remember to tear up the tissue paper into really fine pieces and use that brush that you really want to dye. All that's left is to paint the rest of your token in whatever colors that you'd like to use for your bases. I like to use this dark brown with either a burnt umber or a browny red dry brush over top. And there we go. Plenty of Gore tokens for use in a game of Sludge. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. You can get the rules for Sludge from Blaster magazine. I'll post a link below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share with your friends if you think they'll like this, and your enemies if you think they won't. And let me know in the comments what else I can do with a ton of leftover arms and heads. See you next time.